WeatherScope.
You're looking at a live picture from San Diego, California, where the excitement is building for the big showdown between the Packers and the Broncos tomorrow. Coming up, we'll have a live report with a crew that's in the area. Good morning and welcome to WeatherScope. I'm Cheryl Lemke along with Bruce Edwards. And of course, Super Bowl fever gets underway tomorrow with San Diego and the Broncos, the Packers and the Broncos, that is, competing for the NFL championship. And coming up, we'll have a live report from San Diego.
That's right. But meanwhile, we stick to weather, and this will be a snowy day in parts of the Northeast. Some areas could get anywhere from 1 to 2 inches of snow before this day is over, but no additional snows are expected today in Stowe, Vermont, other than just a little light dusting, and the skiers are loving it. Let's look at the satellite picture, crank it up, put it into motion. It is bringing snow to northern New England, if we can. There we go, and there is the satellite, and crank it up, and you can see some moisture there. The biggest headache, though, is in the down east Maine. That's where we're getting ice. We've got freezing, sub-freezing temperatures here. The moisture's flowing in over the top with warmer air into the cold air. We're talking about the ice over down east Maine. Now, eastern Massachusetts just has the wet weather. Then beyond that, it's not looking bad, all in all, at the present time. But you see this cloud cover back here in the Ohio Valley? It's going to be catching up with that front a little bit later on and bringing some snow. It is now in the Ohio Valley. But snowfall accumulation since Friday morning showed about 6 to 12, generally around 6 to 10 thereabouts as far as snowfall in the mountains. And again, going to make for a great ski weekend. Rainfall had been locally heavy around Wrightstown, New Jersey. At the Air Force Base there, 2.6 inches of rain. Same story around LaGuardia Airport, Newark about 2 1/3, Philly just over 2. The National Airport at Washington, D.C., about over 1 1/3. But D.C. could catch a little more wet weather. We've got a little ripple of low pressure forming along the front, and that could throw back a little more moisture later on. For right now, once again, we got rain across eastern Massachusetts, some ice down east Maine, and beyond that, a smattering of light snow, occasionally a little freezing drizzle, but not a real big deal. There's been some freezing drizzle around Rochester, but this is where we got the problems here, up to Bangor and eastern parts of Maine. That's where we have the ice and the sleet, making for treacherous travel here, but things improving down around Boston area as far as wet weather. Even a little light rain still falling, but you get around to Nantucket, some moderate rain, Martha's Vineyard, Falmouth. We're talking about some moderate rain showers here, and even off towards Montauk Point and the Hamptons. Some wet weather's moving in. Looks like another little batch coming on in, so don't put the umbrellas away just yet. Meanwhile, back to the Ohio Valley from the Great Lakes south. We're talking about some snowfall working into the mountains of West Virginia, and that eventually will catch up with that front. The temperatures aren't bad, right around the freezing mark by and large, and that's pretty typical for this time of year for high temperatures. While it's freezing in Oklahoma City, but 74 in Miami, we had severe weather in the mid-Atlantic states yesterday, and today we could see some strong storms ahead of this front. But right now, we're seeing some rain in and around Tampa Bay towards Lakeland and Orlando, but nothing severe, I'm happy to report. Other wet weather up towards Jacksonville, Ponte Vedra Beach, catching a few showers this morning. Cheryl?
Well, the anticipation is building in San Diego for Super Bowl 32, and the big game takes place tomorrow. And we have some special weather coverage of that and a look back at Super Bowls of the past. We go live now to San Diego and join Bill Keneally for a look at conditions today and the outlook, too, for tomorrow. Bill, it's a tough assignment, but somebody's got to do it, right?
I hate playing second fiddle to Jim Cantore, I'll tell you what, Cheryl. But safe to say it's a beautiful day unfolding here in sunny Southern California. Jack Murphy Stadium, it's no longer, it's now Qualcomm Stadium, starting to bustle with activity, and once again the folks are doing final preparation. Super Bowl now about, 30 hours down the road or so. Official start time about 3:20 Pacific Standard Time on Sunday afternoon. Let's check out these numbers now, Cheryl, early in the morning. We continue to find readings hovering right around the low 50s, upper 40s actually, but I think we're starting to bump up pretty quickly. The dew point at 45 degrees, so the relative humidity figures at 89%. The winds are now calm. Sky cover, I'll say clear. I don't know, scattered wispy cloud cover, maybe down by the airport. Not up here though, pressure about 1,018 millibars. And now how about that all-important forecast for the game? We are looking good. Yesterday, a beautiful day. Today, a great day. Tomorrow, just as good. Sunshine, upper 60s, appears to be on the docket for game time for Super Bowl 32. And Cheryl, let's talk about 10 years ago today. What do you say? We had a ball game here. Back then, it was Jack Murphy Stadium. And by the way, Jack Murphy, a noted sports writer in the area, or he was earlier. And again, we continue to see that the weather then was a little bit on the nice side, as you can see. Temperatures 62 degrees, but not a good day for the AFC, as you can see. Well, hopefully the Denver Bronco fans have gotten over that one, though. But it looks like the weather looking good. The weather should be real cooperative today as well as tomorrow. Everybody get out there and enjoy the activities. Plenty going on around town. A lot of action downtown, Balboa Park, be it the zoo, or maybe taking out the waterfront there by Point Loma, but it looks very, very nice. Cheryl?
Bill, bring me back some souvenirs.
Okay.
In the meantime, though, a new storm system moves in across the west today, bringing in some wind, some rain, and some snow to some areas. And the rain is once again possible for those of you in the Bay Area. Yesterday you had some wet weather as well, at least for a brief time. And although the rain did not last very long, it was heavy enough to force some of you to pull out the umbrellas and to certainly slow down on the roads. This morning we're tracking another storm system that's coming into the Pacific Northwest. It's been an ongoing story, though, for most of the winter season. One